everyone, it's Brianna Ray from DIY, here to bring you another video. Today we're going to be doing a follow-up to one of my more popular videos, and that is going to be unboxing this big babe right here that I got once again from GalArtsy. So the last video I filmed I think was about 2 years ago. I could check, but we just had a giant power surge and my computer's off right now. So I'm just gonna kind of wing it and base it off of what my hair looked like, which was about this length, but it was blonde. At the time, I thought everything was cute, but kind of like, I thought the accessories were really great. I thought the tops were maybe a little bit more on the basic side. And it wasn't until a little bit after that, probably another couple months, maybe a year after that, that I started noticing that they had opened a new section that was more of these like completely unique designs that I'd never seen anywhere else. Whatever had happened previously, GalArtsy kind of found its niche and its style, and some of the pieces are absolutely stunning and frankly a little bit out of my price range now. But that doesn't mean that I can't still buy a couple of things, and I want to compare the things that I got 2 years ago to the things that I have now. Would you believe that I still have everything from that video? So for this guy, let's start with our little stuff first. I have these girl with the pearl earrings. They have definitely tarnished a fair bit. I do not wear these as much as I guess I thought I was going to, but you can see they're kind of dusty, crusty. I kind of want to throw them into my jewelry cleaner and see if that makes them a little bit better, but I don't know if this really says anything about, you know, the quality of the items that we're receiving here. I genuinely believe that everyone could use one of these ultrasonic cleaners. So I'm actually going to drop one of these in here for the time being and see if it looks any better. That way we can do a more side-by-side comparison. So I'm going to drop this guy in and start at 5 minutes, and it's just going to do its thing in there. While that's going, and I hope you don't mind the noise, let's keep talking. The next accessory that I bought was these sunglasses. I actually use these a lot. I love these. I think they're super fun. They're like Rococo style, and they've got the plastic nibs so that my hair doesn't get caught in them. I can swing them up into my hair. Definitely a fun summer look, and everything's still just as shiny and stuck on there as it was when I purchased it, so I definitely love this purchase. I'm going to save the water lily shirt for last. This is a Renaissance Angel, like underbust corset look. I'm actually going to try this on for you real quick. I think that the boning is obviously plastic, so it kind of isn't, it isn't perfect. It doesn't fully hold its shape maybe the way that I would love for it to, but it does hold its shape. So again, I kept it and I still wear it. Lastly, we have what I thought was the most disappointing, which was this Water Lilies corset. So it ties up on both sides, as you can see. It is a size large, which is not excellent. There is no boning in this whatsoever. It's super thin. Every time I wear it, it kind of rolls down on top like this. So it does not hold itself up very well. It's a huge pain to get on and off. And my least favorite part about it is actually right on one of the ribbons. Let me see if I can find it. I don't know if I maybe cut it off, but I think I still have it on here. Oh, it is right here. So they didn't actually cut enough ribbon for it, it would appear. So they taped not even sewed, taped two ribbons together to make the complete piece. Now, it still works, and I have attempted to wear it a couple times since. I won't get rid of it because I love this fabric, and I keep thinking maybe I'll find something to do with it, but this was not a good piece at all. All right, let's do a little side by side. Here's the one that I just cleaned in my machine, and here is what it originally looked like. So, I think the differences are fairly, I don't know if they're super noticeable, honestly. I will say I feel better wearing this, knowing that it's a little bit cleaner now, but overall I don't think it's much of a difference, and especially like on the chain down here, it's still a little gritty and gross and rusty. So, yeah, not the most huge fan of this in terms of quality. Again, they're beautiful, and I think maybe for a certain special event and with a certain amount of scrubbing, or maybe if I replaced the chain, but I shouldn't have to do that. So yes, in terms of longevity, I think these two really stood the test of time for me, and these two just not so much. It was very much a like kind of hit or miss experience my first time around. I think it's time to open up the box of the new and see what else we have in here. She is heavily taped. She is ginormous. It is all just a box, thankfully, so I'm just gonna slice through. Really hoping I wasn't gonna cut anything. Oh wow, this is some jank packaging, y'all. Oh my gosh. Okay, look, I get it, but like, why wouldn't you just pick a better box? Why wouldn't you just pick a bigger box? It clearly does not fit. All right, I think I got all the tape off. So here's the thing, I'm not unreasonable. I understand that this is not Dior. This is not like, this is not a Chanel unboxing experience where everything's gonna be packaged perfectly with tissue paper and blah, 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 but this is ugly. Let's do the clothes first, since the clothes were so significantly hit or miss. The glasses were good, the jewelry not so much. So that's kind of what I'm leaning with right now and hoping, because I thought this was super cute. I really want this to be cute. Please be cute. And here it is. I needed to zoom out really far so that we could see it. But this is everything. It's literally just the sunflowers design. The sleeves have this beautiful cable knit in them. It is thick, guys. I am so excited about this. We've got some like kind of gapping in the stitches down here, which is not necessarily a problem, and maybe it's just part of the design, but it's just worth noticing. The buttons are white. I did see some reviews where they did not like that the buttons were white and they wanted it to be brown or something else. I do not particularly mind the white buttons. All right, and the back also has the design on it, just a touch bigger and kind of covers the whole back. This, it would appear, I can't find the sizing label on it. Where do I have it? I got this in a medium, and it does appear somewhat oversized. So let's try this on. All right, so I very obviously picked this green today because I thought it would match everything I'm putting on, which is great for me. The buttons seem to be pretty well attached, nothing loose, no evidently loose threads that I can tell. The seams on the inside are pressed fairly nicely, and they're not sewn down, they're just pressed, so that's nice. We're just gonna pop this baby on. I'm so excited. This is what I was most excited for, I think, and I've been dying to wear it all week, but I wanted to unbox it on camera. Ooh, I'm so excited. I love oversized stuff. I love sweaters and cardigans, and this is so cute. All right, let's talk about pricing. So this is beautiful. It's thick. I love the way that it feels. It's not like crazy soft, but it feels like it's not a scratchy kind of fabric by any means. It's definitely like a darker green than this top that I have on right now. So this is definitely on the more expensive side of what I bought today, but I think it was, I mean, honestly, a pretty decent price for $43.99. You have more than just the sunflowers. I think they have a Starry Night one maybe, and another one, and his portrait, Van Gogh's portrait as well. But I like the green color on this one because I love green. So I thought this was a little bit more my style specifically. But yes, it looks like for that price point, I definitely think this is 100% worth it. And I can already tell that I'm going to be wearing this all the time. Next up in my bag of tricks, and you knew we had to try it again, another corset. I am interested to see this one right now. I am feeling some boning in there. Ooh, how exciting. Not everywhere. It seems like there's boning in the front. And I think the front's metal? Look at that. It sure is. Wow. All right, so let's see. We've got metal bones in the very front. These appear to be plastic bones right here, and then no boning anywhere else in the top. So we have also got, it looks like, laces that kind of go up the sides, but they are fully covered. So it's a little bit different from this guy in that, you know, it's just kind of bare skin unless you're wearing something underneath it. I'm going to lace this up. Let's see, speaking of lace, we've got these kind of adorable lace designs on the top here, kind of creating, oh, they're supposed to go down like that. Yeah, there we go. So that this lace on top kind of sticks out the top, and this kind of goes on the bottom. The sleeves have a lace pattern as well on them, and it kind of also has this like almost sunflower-like design. Did you know that traditionally corsets are supposed to be tightened from the center? I did not until very recently, But I'm going to tie these at the top. I didn't want them at the bottom in case it caused any kind of weird pinching where pinching did not go. I think it would hide it better up here if it did pinch, plus it's also automatically already closer together. Alrighty, let's talk here. So, the metal on the front, great. Definitely doesn't leave any room for anything. The back is actually just kind of comfortable, I guess is maybe the best way I would describe it. The boning out here I can tell is going to bend over time, but it kind of bends with, at present right now, it's kind of bending with my boobs a little bit. And we kind of noticed this laying down that it had kind of a curve in it so that it added to the bust instead of kind of taking away from it. The top I did just kind of tighten. I think it could actually be a little bit tighter on the bottom, but right now it feels comfortable, not overly tight, so I'm going to leave it. And you can tell that this does kind of flatten a little bit just because it is the metal, and the bits and bobs here are not going nowhere, let me tell you. This could use a bit of an ironing on the top here so that the ribbon stays a little bit more flat. I am kind of covering these guys right now. I suppose I could have done the top without this bodysuit that I'm wearing on right now, but it's not a huge deal breaker for me either way. This guy was my third most expensive out of this haul at $29.50. It looks like after my discounts and everything, I actually only paid $23.60. And according to the website, which, and I'll be honest, I don't know if I trust these fully, it says that before any discounts, it was $74. So again, I think for the type of construction it is and the fact that it's still comfortable, it's still good looking, and it's going to hold a little bit more of that shape. It's definitely not going to fall the way that the Water Lilies one does, also probably because it has these straps on it, but the top is, it's not going anywhere because there's boning holding it up on the front, and that's really kind of where it's most important. So I think they made some executive choices when designing this, and they've all paid off. So definitely actually quite a fan of this one as well. Let's listen to the sounds of this coming off. Now let's switch to something tiny. For the littlest of the collection, and there is one thing on there that I really wanted to get, but I just couldn't justify the cost right now. They have a whole set of Van Gogh inspired teacups and saucers, and they're just beautiful, and I want them really badly, but I'm gonna ask for it for Christmas. This is just an enamel pin. It is a Starry Night inspired, like anatomically correct heart. This was $7.99 with my 20% off discount, $6.39, and so here's what I'm noticing. It's definitely got the black edging as opposed to some of the gold edging that you might see on some enamel pins. It does have the plastic backing. I way prefer plastic backing to metal backing, only because, and especially when I'm looking at like wearing it on clothes, like I have my jean jacket that I painted forever ago, that I keep collecting all of my bookish pins on. And for that, I way prefer these plastic ones because I can kind of sandwich the fabric in between and they don't spin around. It also came in this little velvet baggie, which is, I mean, nicer than some of their other packaging, so I'll give them credit where it's due. Now it's time for the big boy, another accessory. Already this is bigger than I was expecting, like in terms of width specifically. I really love bags, but I don't use bags a whole lot, but I love decorative bags for like events. So going to like weddings or, you know, if I'm going out with friends or something, I love to like pick a bag that kind of matches the outfit. So I have a lot of like tiny bags that I use for those kinds of occasions. And I think this is going to be one of them. I am so excited for this. Like I said, this was the most expensive thing I bought in this haul. It looks like $59 was this one originally with, it says it was $89 originally. And with all my discounts, it came down to $47.20. So a little under 50 bucks. This is a purse. And it is a black Renaissance Angel inspired purse. You can see they've done a really good job of keeping it secret from you what this is going to look like once I open it up. If you've seen any ads for this, I'm sure you've seen this bag before. This is kind of what brought me back to the website a little bit, so I'm very excited. All right, so you can see we've got a gold handle, a little bow on top, which I don't really remember noticing in the photos, but it doesn't particularly matter. So first thing I am noticing, though, is that this guy is crooked. That's not even round. That's very obviously not even on either side, so that's a little interesting. I'm wondering how easy it is to bend. Not particularly, so I don't know how that happened. Anyway, let's do a quick flip. And on the front, this is our design. It's got this Renaissance like cherub looking vibe on here. These like columns in the side. Definitely this like shiny gold vibe. This is more of like a brassy gold, I would say. And I do believe that this just snaps open. Oh, okay, this is way more organized than I thought it was going to be. Zipper's fully functioning. Fit a hand in there. Ooh, it doesn't smell great. I don't love that for sure. But looks like I've got way more pockets in here than I was expecting. I was expecting it to just open and that was like it, you know? So this is kind of fun, and it looks like it's got like a chain in here, as I, probably would have expected. That is in the photos. And towards the end, we've got a couple of extra pearls and baubles, and a very, very thin looking lobster clasp here. On the inside here, we have our clips for that. So I'm just gonna snap her in. Ow, that kind of hurt. And it looks like they both go on the same side, which I don't know if I necessarily have a preference for that, but if you do, worth noting. And yeah, she just kind of snaps closed. So you can use it as a handbag with the crooked handle, or as a crossbody. Let's kind of pull this baby up and see what it looks like to scale a little bit. Alright, so here's about where it sits on me. I am 4'11", so I'm very short. And it just kind of sits on the hip fairly comfortably, actually. I do have like a normal sized torso, so I guess for most people this is about where it would sit as well. I like the way that this looks a lot. The handle does not sit flat with the back, so it kind of does pop off. You kind of need to flop it forward, which I don't fully love the look of. So unless it's like up like this, it's kind of not excellent. So just kind of something to keep in mind, unless you're like maybe grabbing it like that, maybe that'll kind of add to the look a touch. So that's kind of all I had for my review today. So let's just kind of go through and see maybe what I think is worth the money and what I do not think is worth the money. So let's start. I'm just gonna grab stuff out of in no particular order. This guy, I'm gonna say worth the money. I really liked the metal boning in the front. The design of it is really great. It looks super cute on. I don't know if maybe this is just something that has to be through the reviews or something, but see what kind of boning is in there. Even the plastic boning after a while does shape itself back out, because I remember this being very bent forward at one point, and now it seems to have straightened back out a little bit. And I don't know if that was just, from a couple trips in the wash and the heat kind of flattened it out or what, but this guy has really stood the test of time. Looks great, feels great. Overall, I definitely think the underbust corsets are great. As far as the Water Lilies one goes, I don't love the corsets that have to be laced up on the side. They did not do their due diligence in making sure that everything, like they had enough ribbon or that the designs were like fully fleshed out. This guy does not stay up. It's a large and it fits horrendously, or they're calling it a large just because it's the same, like maybe they added a little extra ribbon and then you're just gonna have more skin on the side, which to me is not a very well constructed piece. Overall, this one really, really lost it for me. Sunnies, yes, these are beautiful. They look great. They don't snag on your hair. Huge win from the Sunnies. They were also a little bit on the more expensive side. I think when I purchased it, it was around like $25 as well. I think it might have been the most expensive thing from the first one. Definitely worth it. Pins. They're appropriately priced for what they are. Obviously, if you're buying it alone with the shipping, it may not necessarily be it, but if it's something you want, the designs are unique and they do exactly what they need to be doing, and they're in a reasonable price point for what enamel pins cost to produce. So yeah, I like this one a lot as well. I also think this came in a set and this was the only one that was left, so I'm not mad about it, but just so you know, I think there are more like Van Gogh and obviously artsy designs on GalArtsy. That would make sense. Cardigan, yes, yes, yes. Yes, buy this. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Earrings. They don't stand the test of time. Great for a couple of maybe tiny photo shoots. I think they were pretty inexpensive when I got them. So if you don't mind spending a little less money for jewelry that's not gonna last, get it, but I prefer jewelry that looks good for a longer time frame. Jewelry is gonna be a little for me right now. Bag, also kind of, I think it's just gonna depend. I like the design a lot. I think it's, for me, I really don't care about maybe some of the more specific details of it. I think those things that I notice about it are not gonna be picked up by other people. I think I'm just gonna get compliments. So I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna be mad about it. There are some details of this I really like, some details of this I really don't like. Am I going to use it? Yes. Would I pay this price point again for this bag? Okay, at the like $90 price point, probably not. At a $40 price point, yeah, probably. That sounds about right. And right now we're looking at like a $47.20 that I purchased it for. So yeah, I would probably buy this again at that price point. I don't know if I would go over 50 for this guy though. So yeah, in essence, once again, we are coming back to the point, is GalArtsy a scam? No, it's not. I am getting all these products. They are as advertised. They may not be the most high quality in every instance. The designs, I think, have gone from a little bit underwhelming, like, you know, plain t-shirts with like just an art print on them, to having beautiful pieces like the sweater, and, you know, I guess I don't want to say the bag necessarily, but like I feel like they're definitely going for some more original looks now. Maybe this is what I'm thinking of. More original looks, more original designs that you can't get anywhere else. And for that reason, I'm going to say GalArtsy is not a scam. Just buyer beware, and make sure that if you're looking for something specific, especially with corsets or with jewelry, if you care about pieces that last, I would avoid the jewelry at all costs. I think that's all I had. I feel like I just kind of started rambling a bit towards the end there, but I am very excited about these pieces. I'm definitely going to be wearing them. You don't have to worry about that. And I'm looking forward to having these in my collection for another 2 years before I do installment number 3. Who knows, maybe by that point I'll have real money and I can buy some of those really, really fancy Van Gogh inspired skirts and dresses and stuff, so who knows. But thank you so much for watching. If you like what you saw, feel free to like and subscribe. I do put out new videos every Sunday at noon Eastern Standard Time. I usually do something art related, whether that's trying a new product, doing a new craft, kind of taking you along with me for the ride as I learn new things, or sometimes just silly stuff like trying on art related clothes in haul format. So I think that's all. Thank you so much, and hopefully I'll be seeing you next week. Bye.